Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and yes, the wait is now over. We know the next PlayStation exclusive that will be making its way over to PC. Highly speculated, but it has been confirmed. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart will be coming to PC July 26th. Now, I believe this game was in the Nvidia leak, which has just become like the greatest leak of all time. Next to the Walmart Canada leak before, I think it was like E3 of 2017 or something like that. But there is a trailer available right now, and this just went live, the Steam page. Unlocked frame rate is noted, and a bunch of other features will be coming to the PC version of this game. You've got Ray Trace Reflections, which was in the PlayStation 5 version of the game, Ray Trace Shadows. Obviously, this is going to be a relatively difficult game to run, given that it is a true PlayStation 5 exclusive, and really, when you look at PlayStation 5 titles that can showcase what the platform can do, this is one of the games. So, okay, they have all of the PC features listed. I should also note we don't have system requirements yet. Very, very curious as to what those system requirements are going to be, because I imagine if you're trying to play this game at 4K, ray tracing enabled, it's going to be a heavy, heavy undertaking. But best of all, this game is being done by Nixxes Software. Nixxes Software knocked it out of the park with Spider-Man. I expect them to knock it out of the park with Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit wishful thinking, but we'll see what comes of it. I do want to go through the PC features. Blast your way through an interdimensional adventure as Ratchet and Clank make their way to PC for the very first time. Wrap your eyes around delightful, diverse dimensions with ultra-wide support for 21:9, 32:9, and 48:9 triple monitor support resolutions. See the Omniverse brought to life with the option of unlocked frame rates. You can also enjoy Ray Trace Reflections as well as newly added Ray Trace Shadows for exteriors. Witness the very latest performance-enhancing upscaling technologies for yourself, including NVIDIA DLSS 3, AMD FSR2, Intel XeSS, and Insomniac Games' temporal injection. NVIDIA Reflex and image quality enhancing NVIDIA DLLA are also supported, and play with DualSense controller to experience haptic feedback and dynamic trigger effects, or choose mouse and keyboard with a wide range of control customization. Includes support for achievements and cloud saves on PC game launchers. Compatible PC and graphics card required for enhanced graphics. Wired connection required to experience the full range of in-game controller features. So that's everything that's listed on the Steam page itself. Now, do we have a listing on the PlayStation blog? We don't yet. So this is just coming to the surface as far as this being the next PC title from PlayStation. I am curious to see what this is going to be priced at. Bear in mind that this game is, readily discounted on PlayStation 5. You can find it for $30. And then also, the game is available on PlayStation subscription service, PlayStation Plus Extra, which that is really what I expect Sony to do going forward. With their games, they are having this tiered level of monetization where they'll release the game on PlayStation 5 first. It'll be a big release. Let's take a Horizon Forbidden West, for example. Big release. It'll do really well. You'll sell the game for $70. Then you'll add the game to PlayStation Plus Extra, maybe roll out an expansion for that game, much like Horizon Forbidden West had with Burning Shores, and ultimately that game got added to PlayStation Plus Extra as well. And then you'll roll the game out onto PC as well. So you have 3 layered opportunities to monetize these games. And with game development getting so expensive, for these ventures to become profitable, you do need to do this. Now, with PlayStation exclusives, they're playing a different kind of game as well, outside of just strictly being profitable game releases, in the sense that they're to draw people into that PlayStation box, into that ecosystem. But after 2 years or so, the value of, let's say, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart as a console draw kind of dissipates, and that's when you bring it over to PC. That is how I am interpreting how Sony is tackling this game right now. Kind of surprising that this game is coming before Ghost of Tsushima. I was expecting Ghost of Tsushima to really drop this summer. Maybe they'll hold off until the fall for that game, but I am looking forward to Tsushima ultimately coming to PC this year. So this year thus far, we've had Returnal, we've had The Last of Us Part 1, and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart coming in July. I really do think it's a good idea to space out these releases. Maybe one game a quarter is the max you should go, because I thought it was a little bit too much when Sony dropped Miles Morales, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, and Sackboy: A Big Adventure. You want to give these games a little bit of room to breathe, and even earlier this year, doing Returnal and Last of Us Part 1 within a 1-month time period of one another, and Last of Us Part 1 was scheduled for even earlier in March, and ultimately that game ended up being a not so great port. But I should also note that the game will support 21 by 9, 32 by 9, and 48 by 9 resolutions for triple monitor. So, yeah, it's Nix's. Nix's does a killer job with these games, and they did no pre-purchase options. You get a Carbonics armor and a pixelizer weapon, blast your enemies into the 16-bit era, and then a Carbonics armor set as well. Link your Steam account with your PlayStation Network and unlock 25 Raritanium while your accounts are linked. So, I really enjoyed this game. I picked this up day one when it came out on PlayStation 5. Gorgeous game. Platforming's great. It is a little bit different in this game because they do add Rivet to the story, and I thought Rivet was a nice addition, especially if you're familiar with Ratchet and Clank and you've played the other games. Rivet was a very nice addition to, you know, Ratchet and Clank as a whole and that whole story. You still got Ratchet and Clank in the forefront of the story, and then they have Kit, which is another character that they added. Overall, the game is super charming. $60 might be a little pricey, but I love the game and I thought it was fantastic. So I'll definitely be checking it out right when it comes out, and a nice release in that heat of summer where you don't see a lot of big releases. This is coming out in July. I don't think a lot of other big games are going to be coming out around this time, so it's really going to have a lot of attention to itself, which I think is a really, really good idea for a game like this. Super stoked for it. You know, it is a bummer that we're going right into Rift Apart, but unlike, let's say, Uncharted 4, Rift Apart, it's a fine game for you to go into without playing the others, but it would have been nice if we had the Ratchet & Clank HD collection, if we had the Ratchet & Clank future games. Those are PS3 titles, and unfortunately, I don't think they can be emulated that well. Don't quote me on that, but you know, those games, even a Ratchet & Clank 2016 would have been nice, but maybe they'll get to those eventually. Obviously, games like a Rift Apart are probably going to appeal more than, let's say, a Ratchet & Clank 1, or maybe even an HD collection. I don't know about that, we'll see, but I do expect Rift Apart to do very well. Do I expect it to do, you know, God of War numbers, Spider-Man numbers? No, but I might be pleasantly surprised with this one, because remember when Rift Apart came out? It was in June of 2021. PlayStation 5s were still really difficult to get around that time. Now you're opening up a relatively iconic franchise, a franchise that people are nostalgic about, but in that time, I don't think people were gonna, you know, run out of their seats to drop $500 on Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. I do foresee the game doing really well, especially if it's a slam dunk port like Nix's did with Spider-Man and Miles Morales. I can see this doing very well. It's just, you know, Spider-Man, God of War, those numbers are going to be very hard to replicate. Let's try to crack, you know, 800,000 to 1 million sold, you know, by the end of the year. I think that would be a pretty successful number for Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. But super excited for this. A lot of reason to be excited for this as well. Remember the classic Ratchet titles. You can emulate them, but, you know, or if you have a PS3 still sitting around, you can get the HD collection. But that'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.